All right, guys. So trade recap for the day. Today was super choppy. So we started the day, and if I look down, so I trade supply and demand, but I'm also looking at other things like this. We started the day. We could see a clear before this breakout happened. Like let's say this is how we started the day. You can see a very clear chop box right here, where price is just hitting the top and the bottom and not really going anywhere. So what I did was drew a little box around here drew a little box around here and kind of said to myself, all right, I'm not going to trade unless we break out of the box either way. Or if we just continue to chop, some people trade the range, like the top to the bottom, right? So that's on the 30-minute. We also had this trend line here that is going back, I mean, days and days and days. You guys see this trend line? Hold on. I actually drew it on the 1 hour. All right. So you see it starts here. It was tapped once, twice, three times already, right? So for me, when I draw a trend line, if I see three taps, I'm looking for the next tap for it to break. So I was kind of already biased a little bit and thinking like, well, if we bounce here again, like that's fine, but I'm also going to be looking for it to break through and possibly go to the downside. Now, the way that we trade, looking for 5, 8, 10 points, we don't have to. I'm definitely expecting it to bounce a little bit here and I can go ahead and make my money and go home and then possibly make money on the break, but I wasn't looking at that all the way. All right, so now down to the 1 minute. Okay. So first we did have a nice clean break above the level, if above the chop box. So if you had taken this break out of the chop box, it went from 45 up to 52. That's a nice 7 points. If you're trading two contracts, it's like $700. One contract, that's $350. But I didn't trade this. I was waiting for either it get up to here or for it to test the key level. Remember, I was saying like, oh, it's heading up towards the key level. It never got there. It was a little false breakout and it came right back into the box and crashed in hard. Now, once it got to the bottom of the box, I'm thinking, okay, we're getting close to our demand level here. We're getting close. We have a demand level and we have this trend line, so we could potentially bounce up out of it before we break it, blah, blah, blah. But then we started chopping like crazy. So probably about here, after this first little bounce right here, I went ahead and I drew this channel that the screenshot I put in the Discord. I drew this channel and I'm just watching it, and it literally was just going up, down, little downward channel. It did give us a false breakout here, but look at where it broke out to. It just broke out to the trend line. So after price broke the trend line, it came back up, retested the trend line, and kept going down. But this price action is not clean at all. Like, yes, we came down, choppy, 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 broke. We had a nice break of the trend line and a retest, but chop, 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 chop. So I was still looking at these demands, although I was not as strong on them at this point. Why? Because price was playing around. Remember, this is what we like to see going into a zone. Nice, clean action like this. But because it was playing around before it got there, I was already like, I don't know if this is going to be the move. And then I'm watching for volume. The volume was here above the level, but once we got closer to the level, we started going down. So once we neared this 2 hour demand here, right, we had this strong candle coming down. I saw a little, we had been down. I saw a little boost in the volume. We were at the bottom of this channel that we have been bouncing in between. I went ahead and I took this trade here from 25 up to 31. I thought it was 31, 30, 25 up to 30 for a quick 5 points. And now if you look, it came down again, strong move, high volume, bottom of the channel, and it bounced again. So I was taking little scalps today. After this initial one, I ended up sizing down and just took a bunch of little scalps around this. Like, here's another one, scalped it straight up. And that's how I ended up taking my profit today. But again, not very clean, not your typical day, super duper choppy, came down, broke this level. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this now. Remove. And I'm going to remove the channel as well, because I'm not trading anymore. I'm not watching it anymore. But at this point, let me go down to the 30. Let me go up to the 30-minute. As you can see, at this point, we have now broken through this trend line. We came back up and retested it within this candle, kept coming down. So at this point, we've also broken through this. You see this low right here, this kind of low wick. We've also broken through this. So at this point, if you're still trading today, watch for if it breaks below again, watch for it to continue down to that 5,900 demand. If not, and it just keeps chopping around, today was not the day. The 9:30 a.m. session has been very choppy lately. Some people have been trading power hour, which starts at 3 o'clock. So I may come back and just look at the chart stand and see what's going on, see if we're close to any of these other levels to see if we can get some cleaner action. But I am done for the day, and I'm going to remove this too. All right, see y'all later.